Hey, how's it going? It's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's pick a card reading. So today we're going to be looking at how they think you feel about them. So turning it around just a little bit. If you're confused, maybe you're not sure how you've been coming across to this person, or you're just wondering what their thoughts are about how you feel about them. It sounds like I'm talking in circles, but let's get started. So we have group number 1 with the Lepidolite. Group number 2 with Howlites, and group number 3 with Snowflake Obsidian. So feel free to pause the video here for a moment, feel free to just relax and go with the pile that you're most drawn to. And once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find your timestamps for your chosen pile. So let's get started with group 1. Okay, group 1, let's see. How does your person think you feel about them? How does your person think you feel about them? So I have to keep repeating it to myself because it's quite a confusing question. Okay, how do they think you feel about them? Okay, so we have the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords reversed. Four of Swords reversed. Okay, one more. Okay, and then we have the 9 of Cups. So there's some conflicting energies about what they think you think. So the first thing that actually is striking me here is the 9 of Cups. So I feel like they think that you do have feelings for them, you do have emotions, but you're not showing it, okay? And it looks to me like they're quite deep emotions that they think you feel for them, or you certainly have some feelings for them is what they are thinking. However, they feel like you don't want to put any time or effort into this. Like maybe you feel like they're a waste of time. And just remember, this isn't necessarily how you feel. This is just what they think, okay? How they think you feel. So they think you feel like you don't want to take any more time or effort or expend any more of your energy into this connection. And they feel like maybe that you're quite stressed over this situation with them. There's something here that's definitely causing you a lot of mental stress, but also that you may have been going through some depression or some low times, but they feel like you've come out of that now. Okay, that's just their feeling. They feel like you've decided by not putting in any more effort and you're deciding to let this go. But again, it's like they feel there's definitely something there. They know that there's an attraction and some chemistry between you, but it's like they feel like you just don't want to make any more effort or time into this connection anymore. So let's see what else we've got here. Okay, so we've got blessed. Peace. Truth to be told, or truth be told. Okay, one more. To be fair. Okay. So yeah, they definitely feel like you're not revealing how you truly feel about them. Like you're keeping this to yourself. They do feel like you're very wise. Okay, because we've got the owl there. So the owls represent wisdom. So it's like they feel maybe that you have inner wisdom, or you have wisdom about them, or you have some kind of knowledge when it comes to them. But I'm getting strong Libra energy come through here. So you could be, or they could be strong Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But we do have all the other air signs here. We do have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So so far I'm not seeing a lot of fire. So I'm not seeing a huge amount of passion. And it doesn't mean the passion doesn't exist. Okay, but this might be how, again, they think you feel. Maybe they think you're not as physically attracted to them. there's something surrounded like a physical attraction there. So again, you might be feeling that, but they definitely feel like you're keeping your cards close to your chest. And maybe that also you've been manifesting. Okay, maybe that you've been dreaming about this person or about what you really want. Okay, maybe you've been up in some kind of dream world or a fantasy, and maybe you haven't been seeing things as clearly. And it's like, I just get the sense that like they don't feel like they can get to you in some way. Like they don't feel like they can get into your heart or into your mind, because I feel like there's a block here and there's a wall that you've put up. Okay, so there's a sense of needing balance in this connection. So it's like maybe they don't feel like you're being fair, okay, on them. Maybe there hasn't been reciprocal effort or time and energy that was put into this. Maybe they feel like they've put in more effort into this, but you know, it could be the other way around. They might feel like you've put in more effort, but I'm getting more the sense it's like they feel like they've put in effort and that maybe you're not being fair in some way, okay? The fact that we have peace and blessed, it's like they do feel like you're somebody that is at peace, somebody that has ascended to a higher level of consciousness, someone who is mostly very calm and relaxed, that maybe has gone through some mental stress in their life, but has certainly come through that, and that just doesn't want to waste their time. And that may be where they're kind of feeling like, oh, I'm not really sure. Maybe do I need to put in more effort to make them realize how I really feel? But it's like I'm just getting the sense between the pair of you that neither of you are really communicating fully. Okay, truth to be told. Okay, neither of you are really, expressing your feelings, expressing your truth. Okay. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Activated earth, power plays, ley lines, trust where you're led. Yeah, definitely some power struggles going on here. So it might be a sense of like, it's kind of tit for tat. So, you know, if they ignore you, you ignore them back, and vice versa. Or, you know, it's like all about aligning and matching each other's efforts here. So it's almost like you're both kind of trying to fight for that power position. Again, and that is what they're feeling, that you're feeling, okay? But again, the fact that we have hidden secrets. So yeah, they do feel like you have emotion for them. They do feel like you like them, and that you possibly, for some of you, I mean, it could come across as a little arrogant or quite confident, but they feel like maybe that like they are your wish fulfillment, okay? Like they feel like you do know that this is a person that you could be really happy with, or that like they tick all of the boxes, or they look really great on paper. There's definitely something there that's what they're thinking you're feeling about them. So this might be more projection about how they feel. They may see you as somebody that they could really care about, somebody that they could spend their life with, somebody that is supportive of their dreams and their goals, because I see a lot of dreams here, like dreams like you trying to achieve your goals and dreams, them as well. And it's like they do feel like you would align up very nicely with that, and they almost feel like you're on the same page in some respects. But the fact, like I said, there's just not enough of depth here. It's like maybe you two have both kept it very shallow. You know, maybe it's just been a physical connection rather than going any deeper on a soul level. We do have emotion here, like I said, so I do feel like both of your heart chakras are activated when you are together and when you are communicating. But there is that sense of, yeah, neither of you have gone very deep. Okay, and I feel like there's a lot of fear, and that's why. Fear of rejection. I feel like they're afraid of being rejected by you, and I feel you probably feel the same. It's like, again, because it's tit for tat, you're both kind of behaving in the same way. You both kind of want the same thing, but neither of you is really making any kind of move here. But they do feel like maybe when you're around them that you seem peaceful, okay, or that you feel peaceful, but there's such a disparity here with peace, and then we've got stress. So yeah, I'm not sure what that means. And if that resonates, please let me know in the comments how that makes sense for you, because I can only read what's coming through. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to me, but it will make sense, hopefully, to you guys. So I'm just going to pull like an animal guardian for you and see, how do they think you feel? Okay, so we have the raisin, raisin? The raven, wise woman, a change is coming. Wow, okay. So yeah, I feel like the divine feminine in this connection is very much wise. Like I said, whether this is you or whether this is them that you're looking into here, I feel like the divine feminine in your connection knows their shit, was all I'm saying. Like, they have evolved. As I said, they've evolved to a higher level of ascension in their mind. I felt maybe even they astral project, or they manifest, or they are very, very magical is what I'm feeling. And the fact that we have a change is coming just shows that I think there's going to be a shift in your connection. Something's about to change. So wherever this stagnant energy lies, I feel like that's where the change is going to be for you. So I'm just going to pull a couple more as well. But the fact I'm seeing all of this black and all of this darkness in this card as well. And I mean, sometimes ravens or crows, I mean, I always love to look at what's going on with birds, like bird signals, because they definitely show things are about to change or show signs of things. So like robins can be spiritual messengers. I once had magpies like fly into my windows, and I just remembered I had one that did it yesterday. You know, went and hit the pane of the window. And some people might say, oh, it's because it's shiny and they're attracted to shiny things, which is true. But I once had it on the same day in 2 different rooms in my house, 2 different it might have been the same magpie, but both hit my window like at different times of the day. And it's not like I just cleaned the windows or anything. So it was very unusual. And I did then go through a huge transformation in my life. So, and I remember seeing at that very moment as well, around that time, I was seeing all sorts of crows. I saw a dead crow as well. And yeah, they were definitely signs, I feel like, of my own spiritual transformation. And I feel like that was what was going on with me. So that might be something that's what's going on with you as well. Maybe you are going through a spiritual transformation, or they feel like that's what you're going through. But I do feel like it's a sense of something changing, because that's what they can represent as well. Just a change. If you think the way that birds fly, you know, they fly fast and they can move from one place to the next. They have that freedom as well. They're able to see the world. So that might be something that they want with you. They want to be able to see the world. They want to be able to be free and fly together here. And I don't know, I'm just getting so much air. Like, there's so much going on in both of your minds. It seems to be quite heavy. And maybe both of you have gone through some low periods lately. So let's see what else we have. We have swan, so more birds. Graceful transformation. Soften your heart and find your flow. Okay, I'm just going to pull one more. Bear, you are the light. It is safe to step fully into your light. Yes, so I feel like that's something that is missing from your connection, is the grounding, okay? Coming back down to earth and looking at the physical, making physical effort, physical movement, because with all of this air energy, again, it's a lot of stuff is just up in the air or up in your minds, but it's not really, it's not come down to earth. It's not descended into the physical plane. It's not a connection, you know. So I mean, physical, we can talk about messages, we can talk about texting, we can talk about physically making movements to see each other. So that might be where there again is some energy that is just not moving or shifting. So it's like a lot is going on up in, again, this is what they're thinking. You feel they might think that a lot's going up in your mind, but you're just not saying anything and you're not taking any action. And they do feel like maybe that you are afraid to come forwards. Maybe you're afraid to be hurt, or you know, that you're keeping them at some kind of a distance, okay, to protect your heart. But with this swan, graceful transformation, soften your heart and find your flow. So I feel like this is what they want rather than what they think you feel. I feel like this is more about what they want. They want you to soften your heart and maybe be a bit more open with them. Maybe express how you feel about them. Maybe just be a little bit softer and let them in a little bit. Now, you know, it depends what's obviously happening in your connection, and you might not feel that you want to do that or that you're ready to do that. So for whatever reason, but this is, I feel like, what they are wanting from you. They do want more from you. I will say that. So if you're concerned that if they have any kind of feelings, I feel like they really do. I am just going to look very briefly at their feelings. Like I said, obviously this is about how they think you feel, but we're just going to get a little bit of clarity on how they actually feel about you at this moment. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Two of Swords reversed. Okay, then we have the Eight of Swords. One more. Okay, and then we have the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of back and forth with this person. So maybe there's somebody that blows hot and cold with you, but it feels to me like maybe you've not been in communication, and maybe you aren't in communication at this very moment. Maybe there's nothing going on there, but I feel like that's going to change. So, and I feel like that's what they want. They want communication. They want the communication lines to be reopened. And they do want to let go of a lot of fear, again, because you are mirroring each other in a lot of ways. And they, as much as they feel like you're fearful, they're also fearful as well. Like they may be fearful of commitment, or maybe fearful of the strength of their feelings for you. They are going through something dark here, I will say that. So there's definitely, like I said, there's a lot going up in both of your minds. It's like your minds are both racing. It just seems to be a big blur, and I feel like it's really getting them down. So, and that is what is stopping them coming forward. So even though they want communication with you, they're afraid, okay? They're trapped. So for some of you, they might even be trapped in another situation with someone else, okay? For those of you that know you're in a third-party situation, that may be where that trapped feeling lies for them. But if your person isn't involved with anybody else that you know of, it may be more of a sense of just being trapped within their own mind, within their own headspace. They're not able to see things clearly. They're too afraid. They're too afraid to reach out. They're too afraid to let go. But it is something that they want to do. I do feel like they really do want to be able to let go, but it's at the moment it's stopping them. Like they can't move forwards with this Chariot reverse. They can't. They needed to pause the situation, and maybe they feel like they need to get themselves into a healthier space in their mind before they can come forwards to you with anything substantial. Okay, so just last messages here for how they think you feel, okay? Oh, okay, so you have the Wisdom. So yeah, we've spoken a lot about wisdom and knowledge here, so that's definitely a factor. So that was too many. Someone is watching you. Oh my God, way too many. Toxic, okay. Okay, so the fifth house. So, fifth house. So the fifth house is the astrological fifth house, which is ruled by the sun and the sign of Leo. So, but I'm getting like with the fifth house, it's more about, sometimes it can represent children, so children may be a factor, but I'm feeling it's more about the type of connection that you have shared up until this point, because this can be more so about kind of flings, things that aren't very serious. You know, that's where those kind of relationships lie within the fifth house. The more serious and committed relationships are in the seventh house. So yeah, this seems like maybe they feel like you're just not that committed to them, or you're not wanting anything serious, and that you may even feel like this is a toxic connection. Okay, so like they may be sensing that as well. So for some of you, it may be a toxic connection. As, like I said, with all of this air energy, with all of these feelings, these negative thought cycles that seem to be going on here, that is a toxic thing, okay? It doesn't mean the person is toxic. It doesn't mean you are toxic. It just means that there's something about this connection that has become a little bit toxic. And it may be the sense that, again, neither of you are really revealing how each other feels. So you're both kind of, you're just assuming, Okay, again, you're very much up in your head, not really looking at reality and just assuming how the other one feels without getting any kind of solid proof, because you're not communicating that. You're not telling each other how you really feel. So, but this may be all you want from them. You may only want something that is casual. That might genuinely be what you're looking for. And that is what they're kind of thinking that you want. We do have someone is watching you, so they could be watching you, or you could be watching them at the moment. I get that it's kind of a little bit of both, but maybe they feel like you're keeping an eye on them, and maybe that you haven't quite let them go. It's like they don't feel like there's a huge severance here, so they feel the connection. And I'm getting the sense maybe you two connect on a telepathic level quite strongly. So even though you're not communicating, even though there's nothing kind of happening right now and everything's come to a halt, you both still feel it. Again, your heart chakras are connecting, so you're both feeling a very similar way. And it's like you're both like feeling intense emotion or intense thoughts. There's just a lot that's going on here. So you're both feeling that, but again, you're not expressing it. So yeah, it's like maybe you both are kind of keeping an eye on each other, like waiting for the next one to make a move. And it seems like quite calculated in some ways. So I feel like it would be good to just let loose a little bit, and maybe not to take things quite so seriously, but to try and just have fun with each other, but also just to be more open and honest, because you've got nothing to lose by just saying how you truly feel, because that means you can either just move on from each other and find somebody that is going to fulfill you, or you can fulfill each other in a much more meaningful and profound way. So we have Jupiter, we have the number 3, and then we have Taurus. So 3 can be a third party as well. With that, you know, there could be another person in this connection. But like I said, I feel like for a lot of you here, if it's not a person, I feel, again, it's like a strong entity within your mind. It's like that seems to be like the devil that is coming in between you, okay? But it can also mean good luck and abundance, trinity, uniting, coming together. It can also mean friends. So maybe you met through friends. Maybe you do come back together and meet casually with your friends. Maybe you have some kind of social gathering of some kind. And then with Jupiter here, that just shows that, I mean, one of you could be a Sagittarius, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Okay, but we do have Taurus. We have all the signs here, so don't take too much note on the signs. But make sure to always check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And Mercury and Mars as well. All of those inner planets will affect you. So whatever Jupiter touches, it expands. Okay, and that's where I feel like your mindsets need to change on this, because with this Taurus energy, I feel like you're both very stubborn. Okay, I feel like you could both be very physically attractive as well, because Taurus likes things to look good. Taurus likes to look good. Taurus likes luxury. It's ruled by the planet Venus, who rules Libra as well. So they do like that stability, and they are fiercely loyal. So I feel like both of you will be very loyal in this connection to each other. Once, if there is that third energy, okay, then I feel like this could be a very loyal connection between you two. But it seems to me like you can both change this. You could make this happen. You could make this something that's really good, but you could also make something that is negative, because again, Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So if there is a lot of negative stuff going on in your connection, I feel like Jupiter is just going to make that bigger. Okay. Whereas if you're focusing more positively and have a more positive mindset, both of you, I feel like it's going to increase that positive energy that's coming through. So that's definitely something to take note of, I feel, at this time. So just try to focus on the good things about your person. And even if you're struggling to find good things about your person at this moment, you know, you can be grateful and say, thank you so much for coming in, for teaching me something, or for just being there in the time that I needed you. And maybe it's time I either release you and let you go, and somebody else is more in tune with me will come in, and somebody more in tune with you will come in for you. Or we'll figure out our shit and we'll come back together either way. Okay, so I hope that this did resonate for you, group number 1. And please let me know down in the comments below if it did, and give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed here, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. So have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 2 and the Howlite, let's see. How does your person think you feel about them right now? How do they think you feel, group 2? Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords. Okay, Three of Cups. Page of Swords. Ten of Swords. Wow, okay, a lot of sword energy here. So we've got the signs Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So we don't have any earth signs come through yet, but it doesn't mean you're not an earth sign. Again, make sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus and theirs. Okay, because you could have strong placements there. Mercury and Mars as well, any of the inner planets. Okay, excuse me. So, Ten of Swords, how they think you feel. They do feel like maybe you feel defeated by this connection, and there could have been some kind of betrayal here. Okay, there could have been some lies and deceit, so they may feel like they think you're lying, okay? Or they feel like you've been betrayed by them in some way. Maybe they know this, like maybe they think you know this overtly, maybe they think you know the truth, whether someone else has told you or whether they've told you or whether you've just figured this out by yourself. Because I feel like with this Queen of Wands energy, I feel like this is somebody that is all-knowing, and I feel like this is how they think about you. Like you're somebody, you're not stupid, like you see what's going on here, and I feel like maybe you've cut them off. Like you've gone, okay, I don't want to deal with this situation. I don't want to feel bad about this. I don't want to get in the way. I don't want to get in the middle of anything here. So I'd rather just cut this off. Okay, they definitely see you as, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female here, but they definitely see you as somebody who is very confident and self-assured. Okay, and like that you don't need to deal with this bullshit over here. Okay, so, you know, whether or not this is true, this is just how they're feeling. Like they don't want to deal with lies and deceit because they know how much it could hurt. So whether they already feel hurt by this, it's like I feel like this is a place maybe they were in, or this is where you were in for quite some time, feeling low, feeling depressed, feeling like nothing was going right, feeling like you're always being rejected or let down in some way. And then like you've dealt with lies, you've dealt with so much lies and betrayal, I feel, in your life, and you're not in that energy anymore. Like you see that, like how it starts is usually how it ends. And it's like, you just don't want to get involved. You don't want to play that game. Okay. So they see that and it's like, then you've just gone, no, I'm not interested. Cut them off, gone cold. So yeah. And it's like, you don't want to meet up with them anymore. You don't want to celebrate with them. You don't want to come together. They may feel like you're feeling kind of lonely at the moment as well. Or maybe you're not spending time with other people, or that you're just not wanting to spend time with them. This can actually represent drinking as well, drinking alcohol. So this might have been something that you did together. Maybe you had some drinks together, you know, you went out, had some dinner or whatever that might have been for you. Yeah, there might have been some kind of drinks, alcohol involved in your connection. Don't worry if it's not. But either way, it just shows like there's a lack of socialization between the two of you. So there's a lack of action and a lack of actually coming together here, especially because you've cut them off. Again, this is how they feel. They feel like you've cut them off. But they also feel like you're very defensive. Like you haven't, even though you've cut them off, like they feel like there's still something there. They feel like it's like a ray of hope. Like this, they feel like you haven't quite forgotten about them. Even though you've cut them off, they feel like you're kind of still there tentatively. Maybe even like you're watching them or you're keeping an eye on them to see kind of how they behave. Maybe you've put them on some kind of like probationary period or something where you're like, right, you need to act right, you need to do X, Y, and Z. If you don't do X, Y, and Z, then I'm gone. So this may also be a place where some of you are in right now, where you're kind of just like, I'm just going to keep an eye and see how they behave. Like, I'm just going to watch what they're doing. Okay, so they feel like that is what you're kind of doing. You're kind of keeping an eye on them. But again, you've got this wall up. Like, you're not wanting to let them in right now because you don't want to be hurt. Okay, let's see what else. How do they think you feel? Okay, so we have yin. To be fair, this one came out in the last reading as well. Co-creates. New life. Okay. Yes, so with this yin energy here, they definitely feel like if you're the divine feminine counterpart here, then they feel you really do exude that ultra femininity. Like you come across as ultra beautiful, feminine, like you're in your personal power. But again, you keep everything to yourself. And if we're talking about the male counterpart, the divine masculine, then it may be more so, again, that they do have a feminine side to them. But again, you're just keeping it to yourself, okay? Because that's what the feminine energy is about. It's the yin energy is keeping it below the surface, whereas the male and masculine energy is about overt taking action. So yeah, they do feel like, again, it's like watching. Even if you look at this card and you can see the face very faintly here, so it's like you're still there, so you haven't quite completely cut them off, or I feel like mostly you have, but there's a sense there's still something. There is still something, there's still a spark, and it's not quite died out. Again, this is what they think. You may be like, not a chance, but to a certain extent, if you're watching this reading, then you obviously have some kind of care about what they think you feel. So there's got to be some level of interest in you to want to know what they think you feel about them. So, but I feel like it's very reserved. You're feeling very reserved about this, and you're wanting things to be fair. You're wanting things to be balanced in this connection, whereas you haven't felt that it has been. Maybe this person wasn't making you a priority, and it's like they see that they do need to be fair. This situation does need to be fair here, okay? And they know that that's what you want from them. So with co-create as well, and new life, they may feel like that, again, like you don't want this energy here. So maybe you've been involved in that energy before. Maybe you're already involved with them. Maybe you didn't realize they were with somebody else. Maybe you did realize they were with somebody else. There could have been something there, whether this is someone in your past or whether this is now. It's like either way, it's like you've dealt with this negative, deceitful energy from someone, either this person or someone else in the past. And it's like, again, you've moved past this, and they see that, like, you have really opened up. You have reignited a new passion for your life, okay? I feel like you're very much a changed person since maybe from the moment that you first met them. Like, there's definitely a shift within you that has changed, and they like that about you, and they like how easy you're able to transform, and how self-assured, and like I said, how confident you are, that you're not willing to deal with anyone's shit, and that you're quite happy to be on your own, and you'd rather be on your own to wait for the right person than just hang around and deal with something that is toxic in any way, shape or form. And then we have co-create. So they could feel like, I think they feel like you're a very creative person. So maybe that's something that you do in your work or your passions. Like maybe you are an artist, maybe you're an entrepreneur, or you do something with artistic skill, or you're very good at creating things. Maybe things with your hands are coming through here, making something. But also this can be about creating a future together, okay? So they may feel like you would be a great person to create, something with, okay? Because I'm getting more the sense like they feel like in this kind of cheetah energy, and there's this owl energy as well. So there's a lot of wisdom. So it's like you could both bring a lot of passion. You could bring fire. You could bring veracity to this, but also knowledge. Okay, so it's like they feel like you could really come together and unite in such a powerful way. Like you could be a dominant power couple. Okay, let's see what else we have. How do they think you feel? Swan, we had this in the last one, so strange. Graceful transformation, soften your heart and find your flow. Deer, Trust, approach the situation with a light heart. Dragon, Gaia's gateway, access Earth's inner wisdom. Beautiful. I don't recall seeing this card before, not since the first time I got the deck and I started looking through them. So I don't feel like this has ever come through here. Strange. So, I mean, with dragon, I'm getting like maybe you were born in the year of the dragon. Okay, I was born in the year of dragon, 1988. So, you know, obviously it goes every 12 years. So maybe you are of, you know, maybe you are the dragon, maybe they are a dragon. I don't know, but you could also be, well, I don't know all of the other ones, being honest with you, the Chinese zodiac, but of course I know mine and I know a few of the others. But yeah, so these may resonate in your Chinese zodiac year. So if you don't know what that is, you can Google it. Just all you need to know is obviously the year of your birth, and it'll be able to tell you which sign it is. So but either way, it doesn't matter when you were born. I feel more so that you're in that dragon energy, and that's why they see you as like a mythical creature, because the dragon is the only like animal or in the Chinese zodiac that is sort of a fantasy or mystic, you know, a mythical creature that isn't sort of real, so to speak. I mean, so I get the sense that they feel like you are just almost like such a powerful being that you're almost not real. Maybe like you're too good to be true. And yeah, there's just a lot of dominance, I feel. And maybe they are kind of intimidated by you, okay? Yeah, and that's just the sense I'm getting. They kind of feel a bit intimidated by you because you've just got so much going for you. You really do. And again, they see this transformation that you're going through here, and maybe that's a sense of transformation for your feelings for them. Yeah. And like, they want you to trust them. They want you to trust them with this energy that we've had here. Again, it's that sense that like you don't trust them right now. But that is what I feel like they want from you. They do want you to be able to trust them, and they do want to be able to open up and explain what's really going on. That's just my feeling here. And I feel like they just want you to soften up a little bit, like soften your heart and just be a bit more open and like loving with them. Okay, I'm not saying that that's something you should do or feel compelled to do. It has to be something that fits and feels right for you. And obviously with what you have been through with this person or been through in the past with other people, I don't blame you for being on edge or for having your guard up and having those boundaries in place. I mean, it's really important regardless, but especially when you've gone through a lot of pain, or especially if you have with this particular person, then you need to have those boundaries up. You need to have those walls, okay? So the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love, yeah. So they may feel like you're still angry with them, okay, when you cut them off, like, yeah, there's definitely a sense like they feel like maybe you have severed this connection, okay? But at the same time, with softening to love, it's like they want you to soften, and they want you to be more open and loving towards them. Earth school, life lessons, soul growth, study and higher learning. Yeah, so maybe they feel like you have, yeah, found out the truth about them. You've ascended in a big way since knowing them, I feel like, and whether it was them that helped to spur on this transformation within you, but I feel like it's something that you were already on the path of doing anyway. Maybe for some of you, you are actually studying right now, you're in higher learning, or you've gone back to school, or you're starting something new, you're starting a new venture of some kind. But I feel like for some of you, it's more of a soul mission. It's your soul's mission to grow, to learn more about yourself, to learn more about the world, to learn more about each other. Okay, one more. I'm sorry. Wow, defenseless, righting past wrongs, uprooting. Yeah. Yeah, so they feel like I said, they want to say sorry to you. Maybe they want to apologize. They want to start again. They want you to give them another chance. They really do. Okay, I'm just going to see how they're actually feeling about you right now. Let me just see, because this is how they think you're feeling, but how do they actually feel about you? Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay, Six of Wands. Lots of fire energy coming through here. Okay. Two of Wands. Okay. Then we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse as well. So, yeah. They do feel, maybe they feel like they've given up right now. I feel like they're in a place where they're not sure. They're not sure what they want. Okay, just being fully honest with you. It's like whether they feel like they can actually change and grow from this person that they were, from the pain and suffering that they've put you through. Yeah, they feel like they want to know that they can actually give you that. Maybe that's why they're taking some time out from you. Okay. I do feel like with this six of Wands here as well, that they do want your attention, okay? But they may be somebody that seeks attention from others. And that, yeah, that I feel like has been an issue. For most of you, I feel like that's what's been going on here. And yeah, they may even be struggling to decide between two different people. For some of you, it could be two people, but it could also be just two paths, whether they feel like, I do want to change and grow for this person. I really want to be the person that you want. Okay, I want to be that. I want to improve myself. I want to grow and become and evolve and become a better person because of you. But it can also mean I'm not, maybe they're not ready. For some of you, they're just not ready. They're not ready to make that step. They're not ready for that soul growth yet, but they seem to be teetering right now. So I feel like it could kind of go one way or the other. But at the moment, I feel like they're just not really being fair here. They're not being fair with their time. Maybe they're not sharing their time with you enough. Maybe, you know, if they're trying to split their time between you and someone else, it could be the case. And yeah, I just feel at this very moment, they've got a lot of passion for you. They really do. But yeah, I just don't see like a strong commitment coming through right now. Yeah, they just don't seem like they're the most committed at this moment. They may have been committed in the past, but I feel like at this moment, they're just not in a place for commitment. They could be more focused on their work. For some of you, there could be children involved, like as I said earlier. I feel that, you know, maybe they have a lot of responsibilities and they're just trying to get from A to B. They're not trying to be too much up in their head about this. They do feel like I said, you need an apology from them. You want them to change, or you need growth, and otherwise you're done. So it's like they know kind of what they need to do here, but they just need to make up their mind whether they actually want to make that effort, whether they want to come forwards, whether they want to make the changes to be the person you need them to be. And I think at the end of the day, if they really cherish and value you as a person, they will do that. They will choose you and they will make those changes, and they will stick to those changes, and they'll be consistent because they won't want to lose you again. So, but for others of you, if they don't come back in, or they just don't show you that consistency, they don't show you that they've changed, they don't keep that up, then good riddance to them, because you don't need that. You don't need that. You're in such a strong place now, group 2. You're in such a strong place from where you've been in the past. And yeah, you don't need anybody to bring you down. You need people to raise you up. So if this person is not raising you up or doesn't step up to the plate, then like I said, good riddance. Let them find somebody else that they can mess around, or, you know, I mean, I'm not even in a judgmental way. Just let them be. If, you know, they will go with somebody that's a vibrational match to them. Okay, so first of all, by you raising your vibration, which I feel like you already are, you're in that high vibrational state, okay? So, but if for some of you, if you're still in this kind of broken place, like this is where I see you going, just FYI. So you're not going to be there for very long, and this is really going to help build you and make you stronger. But for most of you, I'm getting the sense that you have, like I said, come past that. You are feeling more in your own power. You've worked on your self-esteem and self-love, and you're feeling much more passionate, you know, about your life and where it's going. So, you know, this person will either raise up to meet you, okay? You don't want to lower yourself to meet them at their vibration. They need to either raise up to meet you, or you will meet somebody else that is on your vibration. And vice versa, they will end up meeting somebody who is on their vibration. If they decide to stay in this low place, they will move to somebody else who is also in a low place. You know, positive people want to be around positive people. Negative people want to be around negative people. Have you ever noticed if you're in a really good mood or a positive place and you're saying like really happy things, and you're talking to somebody who is not in a good place, like they don't want to hear that. I mean, of course, there's, you know, you've got to be tactful. You know, if somebody close to you is going through a very rough time, or they've gone through, you know, a negative experience, but it's kind of a one-off thing, or it's just, you know, what life throws at you, then yeah, it's not the most tactful to be going on about how amazing your life is. You know, of course there's having tact, but just as a general, you know, people that tend to just nitpick, be overly judgmental, like to talk badly about people and things, they don't want to hear people being positive or saying, actually, no, or I really like this person, or I don't think so. You know, they won't like that. They want to be with other people that they can gossip with, they can talk negatively with, you know, and vice versa. Positive people don't want to be around people that are always speaking negatively. So it works both ways. So that's why I feel like you can just kind of rest and feel more assured, just knowing that either way, this is what's going to happen. That either way, okay, success has just come out. Either way, I said this person is going to raise up to you, or you're going to meet somebody who is already at your level. Okay, so either way, that is such a positive thing coming through. Okay, so what else can you tell me about how they think you feel? Welcome this ending. Okay. Breakthrough. Yeah. So they do feel like you have welcomed this ending and that you're done. They really do feel like you're done. Okay. And they feel something has broken through for you. So you've had some kind of epiphany, or whether, again, this is something that was revealed, secret that was revealed, or something that you didn't know before that you do know now. So it could be literal, you know, evidence that you have seen that has broken you through to say, actually, I don't want this. But it could also just be a mental breakthrough is what I'm getting for some of you as well. You've broken through the clouds, like the sun bursting through the clouds. That's what I'm seeing here. Like, you were in that dark place, but you finally seen the light. Okay, and you know what you want, and you know that success is on its way to you. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you are doing very well in your careers, okay, or your passions. There's something there where you're feeling successful, or you're about to become very successful is my feeling. And it's like they feel like you just don't have time for this. You don't have time to play games. You don't have time to mess around. So you would rather end something and move on. The fact that we have the first house. So the first house is ruled by the sign of Aries. So one of you could be an Aries, or you could have some dominant Aries energy within your inner planets, or a transit that maybe is affecting you at this moment. But the first house is all about the self, thyself. Okay, so this might be kind of a selfish connection. You might both be in a place of just feeling like, I'm just into me right now. But I feel like this is what they're thinking. Like, you're just into what you're doing. You're focusing on your career, your success. You know, it could be family success as well. It could be friendship success. It could be anything that you deem to be success, right? Or whatever you want to achieve. And yeah, they feel like you're more so in that place. And I don't mean selfish in such a way as, yeah, you're like, not open or giving to anybody else, but it's more like you're just focused on you and what you're doing. And you have to look after number one first before you can, you know, give anybody else what they truly need and deserve. You know, you have to, your cup has to be full. You can't pour from an empty cup. Okay. So, what else do we have? I don't know what this is, but Jupiter is just coming out so much at the moment. Okay, so we've got Jupiter, we've got Leo, and then we've got the number 10. So one of you could be a Leo, or your sun, moon, rising, or Venus could be in Leo. Same as Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules, or Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and then the number 10. We can break that down to be number 1. So, but we can also make that as number 10. So I feel like this can be, for me, it can be reaching success. It can also be stability. And I feel like this is what they think you want. You want stability, but you also need passion. Like, you are definitely somebody who's very passionate, and maybe you're somebody that is in the spotlight. You know, Leos like to be center of attention. You know, but Leos are also very charming, and they're very, very generous, okay? Really generous and open and loving, but passionate, and just need fun. But they're also fixed, so it could be very stubborn. So, that, you know, they might feel like that's the energy you're in. You are very stubborn. You're also maybe that you're receiving a lot of attention from others, and maybe that you're just not sort of interested in them anymore, and that you've got other things going on in your life. You're trying to reach that place of stability and completion. And as I was saying, I feel like oh, I'm a broken record at the moment because Jupiter keeps coming out, but I'll re-explain it again because obviously if you're not watching all of the other readings, but Jupiter, whatever Jupiter touches, it expands. It's the planet of expansion, and good luck as well. So that's something to remember as well, that whatever Jupiter touches is going to enlarge. So if it's positivity, it's going to enlarge that positivity. If it's negativity, you see where this is going. So I feel like maybe that, again, but this is all like, I feel like very much timing and good luck. So I feel like whether this person, you know, is meant to be gone from your life, okay, so you can experience something more meaningful, or whether this person is going to level up, come to you, make those changes, evolve as a person, and make you the center of their world, because I feel like that's what you really need. And maybe that you have done so much for everybody else, and it's time for you to feel like you are the center of attention. And I don't mean just generally with everybody, but maybe with this person, just, and not, you know, that they forget about everything, but like that you do want to be the center of somebody's world, because especially with that first house, the self, Aries, you know, but that might be more so your love language. Okay, everyone has their own different love language. Maybe both of your love languages haven't been matching up, but I feel like for you, like you do need that. You need somebody that is very attentive, that is generous, that makes you feel really loved. And I feel like more so with their actions, almost with everything, with their actions, their words, with gifts, with, you know, with everything. You just want to be like, this person is so in love with me, they're obsessed with me. And in turn, I feel like your heart starts to warm up, and you'll be the same in return, because you love hard. Okay, I mean, and Leo's, you know, whether it's whatever it's, you know, wherever it is in your sign, but say you've got a Leo Venus, it may mean that you hold on to things longer than you should. Okay, now that could be a way that you feel that maybe you've held on to connections in the past that a lot longer than you know that you should have done, and that may be a change for you as well there. Maybe you're thinking like you don't want to do that anymore, and again, it's like they sense that in you. So yeah, this is all about just, you know, I think that you need to continue doing what you're doing, being in that dragon energy, being in that you know, powerful place, you know, when it comes to your life, your business, whatever's going on, your other, you know, your ventures that you're doing, that you're working on right now. I think you need to stay in that energy, stay powerful, stay successful, because it's coming to you and you're working towards it. The only thing I will say is to just soften your heart a little bit, but only when the time is right. And I feel like it's not right now. And this person hasn't proved to you that they're worthy of you softening your heart. But if this person comes in, or somebody else comes in, and you feel the time is right, then it's time to show them that Leo side of you. It's time to show them the charming side and the fiercely loyal and loving side that you have to you. And that in turn may warm them up as well. So yeah. Okay, I hope this did resonate for you, group number 2. And please let me know down in the comments below if it does resonate, and give the video a thumbs up as well. And if you're not subscribed here, welcome. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please feel free to hit the notification bell and the subscribe button. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Okay, so for those of you who chose group number 3 and the Snowflake Obsidian, let's see, how do they think you feel about them right now? Okay, so 9 of Cups reversed. King of Wands. Six of Wands. Queen of Wands. Five of Swords reversed. Okay. So how they think you feel about them. I'm just getting the sense that they feel like either they think that you don't have any emotions for them, or but that's what you think about them. Like you feel like they've got no emotion for you. Yeah, it just seems like there's something quite amiss here. And with this Five of Swords reverse energy as well, it's like, I feel like there's maybe been some manipulation in some games. Like it's almost like I see like you both here in this energy, kind of like almost just like, I don't know, I'm seeing like the Colosseum, And, you know, like a king and queen sat there and watching like people fight, like in the middle. It's weird. I don't know why that vision just came to me. But yeah, I don't know if that has any resonance for you. Probably not. If it does, let me know. But yeah, almost like, okay, this just came to me as well. So like you're feeling like they don't have any emotion, and it's like they're not showing you any of their emotional sides. Like they're just, you know, it's like almost at the moment maybe they have no love to give. Like that's what the immediate thing that I'm getting now is like they feel like they've got no love to give. And maybe you have been seeking their attention. Maybe you have been doing things to seek their attention. Maybe you've been putting yourself more out there on social media or something like that, in a way to get their attention. And it's like they're not having it in some way, okay? And just remember, this is what they think, how they think you feel. So it doesn't mean it's true. It's just what they think, okay? But again, this could also be you feeling like you are watching, you know, maybe they are the ones, you know, that are not that are trying to get other people's attention or trying to get their attention in certain ways. But yeah, there seems like it's almost like I feel like you guys are kind of fighting a losing battle here, because it seems like neither of you are actually revealing what's truly going on. So I'm just going to get a bit more clarity, because this one is confusing me. I feel like there are kind of a few different stories here that I'm seeing. This is definitely very interesting. I will say that, group 3. Okay, I'm intrigued. How do they think you feel? Blessed. Community. Okay, so we have a change in the wind. And then we have yin. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, it jumped out. I wasn't going to pull another one, but there we go. We've got the number 3 again there as well. We've got lots of 2s. So, yeah, between worlds. So I'm always getting the sense they feel like you maybe are changing your mind, or you've changed your mind very recently about them, or that maybe that you can be kind of flighty and you're not consistent in how you're in your feelings, or how you're demonstrating how you feel about them. It's like there is definitely a level of detachment here they feel like you have. Like maybe you are someone that meditates or manifests or works on your own goals and your dreams, and that you're very lucky and you're very grateful. And the fact that it doesn't matter whether you're the divine masculine or feminine here, or whether you're 2 divine feminines, 2 divine masculines, it doesn't matter. But I feel like this person's energy over here, again, you're both very confident. Again, it's like you're both counterparts. You're very similar. So you're both very confident. Like you have a lot of self-esteem, you have love, you have passion. So you both have that. You both have a lot going for you. But yeah, it's like there's something going on in the middle. Maybe there's a bit of a power play, like power struggles between the 2 of you. Like both thinking, okay, I want to be the one, you know, I want to be top dog, or I want to be the one in charge, or I want to be the one in charge of my emotions. I want to be the one in control, or I want to be the one that loves less or loves more. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I'm just getting the sense of like, yeah, needing to find that balance between, you know, with these power plays going on, and with this between worlds, it's like maybe they feel like you're kind of flip-flopping. Okay, so one minute you're really into them, the next minute you've disappeared. So you might be blowing hot and cold with them. And yeah, they just feel a little bit unsure of what's going on. And with the yin energy there, which is the divine feminine energy, which is all about what is underneath. So yeah, it's like definitely things have not been exposed here. Like nothing of any real value or substance or truth on an emotional level. It all seems to be kind of more so shallow. Like, not that either of you are shallow people. I feel like you've got a lot of depth, but you've not experienced or expressed that to one another. You've kept that very hidden. Maybe you've spoken to your friends about it. Maybe, you know, they've been seeking advice from their friends. Maybe you've been seeking advice from yours, or focusing more on those, you know, things going on in your lives rather than what's going on with each other. But yeah, it's like they feel like maybe that you've gone in a different direction. So they may feel like maybe you've gone off with somebody else, or that you're interested in somebody else, or, you know, that you have just, like, something has happened and you've just changed your mind. Okay, but I do feel like it hasn't affected your confidence. Okay, it may have done initially, or And that's what I feel like potentially this Five of Swords here is about as well. So it may be, I mean, but it can be a lot of game playing here. Manipulation, game playing, mind games. But yeah, it can also, I feel like it could be kind of, you know, some flighty energy, a change of mind. Yeah, something has definitely changed, like I said, with a change in the wind. So there, I feel like, because if you weren't confident, if you weren't feeling in your own personal power, I feel like you would have let this get to you more. So, and it would have affected your self-esteem, but I don't feel like that it's affected your self-esteem or your self-worth. And it's like, I know I'm the shit and I know that I'm a catch, right? So just because this person is not showing me what I want, or not giving me what I want, or giving me attention, whatever that might be, it's like, it's not going to affect me, even though I'm still interested in some way, because you've got to be interested to a certain extent. If you're watching this today, there's got to be even the teeniest, tiniest smidge of interest and intrigue as to what they think you feel. So there is still that little tiny ray of hope, I feel like. But yeah, I feel like either way, you're prepared to move on. You're prepared to walk away if this doesn't serve you, because I feel like you've come so far and you realize like you don't need anybody else to be happy. You're very happy on your own. You're content. You're happy in your career or your family life or whatever's going on for you. You feel successful. You feel like top of your game. So you're not going to let this situation get you down. And like I said, you're more than willing to cut your losses and walk away if it doesn't work. But yeah, it just feels like maybe you flip-flop between that, or they think that, you know, that 1 minute you're like, you're all in, the next minute you're all out, all in, all out, shake it all about. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. How do they think you feel? Okay, that one so wants to come out, doesn't it? Okay. So we've got star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. The Seven Star Sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life and expression. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Yes. Okay. So I do get the sense that maybe somebody, you know, we've got a tension here. And with the Seven Star Sisters, I feel like this is like, for some of you, this could be actually sisters, you know, literally you could have lots of sisters. They could have lots of sisters, lots of people or lots of women. I'm seeing lots of women around you. Okay. Or so they either feel like you're either surrounded by your friend. If you're a female, maybe that you're surrounded by a lot of your friends right now. If you're a male, they may feel like you're surrounded by a lot of women as well, which could be, you know, family. But I'm getting more the sense if, like I said, it's more, you know, it's looking at how the male feels more so. It's like the male is, you think that the male is involved with lots of other people, if that makes, lots of other women. Okay, I was trying to get attention from other women. Okay, so whichever way that resonates for you, that's what I feel is going on here. So light body, crystal grid, transmission and activation. So to me, what I'm getting initially is that, again, it's like that lightness to this airiness, this kind of slightly shallow situation. So maybe it's just a sense that you two really like each other, but I don't think you've got deep with each other at all. Like, you may have met up, maybe you've never met this person, maybe you've just sort of messaged, maybe you've been on 1 or 2 dates or something like that. Yeah, I don't feel like either of you have got deep with each other. Yeah, but they certainly don't feel like you've got deep with them. Like, it's like you're trying to keep your head above water in some way. And I feel like that's more about your emotions. Like, you're trying, like, they feel like you're not trying to let your emotions out. You're not trying to get deep with them on a deep level. Like, they see like you are definitely trying to keep this more casual in some way. But with weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So, you know, they may feel like you've got a lot going on. You've got a lot of responsibilities. You've got, I don't know, they may feel like you've got a lot of options too, but also that you are somebody that is going to put up those walls. You're going to instill those boundaries. Like, you are not going to put up with bad behavior continually. So yeah, it's like, I feel like may even feel like you take on too much at times, like, or maybe that you invest too much into this, or you invest, and it might not even be on a, you know, a real level. Like I feel like this could be even like telepathic, okay? Because what a lot of people don't realize is that even if, okay, you might be playing it cool, like you might be like, I'm okay, like I'm so chill and I'm not messaging them, or I'm playing it right, and that's all good and well, but your vibration they'll still pick up on. So if you are in a place of desperation in your mind, if you're obsessively thinking about them, needing them, wanting them, and this is vice versa, of course, for them as well, so it doesn't matter, but it, like, you each will pick up on each other's vibration, and it'll feel heavy, and naturally you might start to pull away, or they might start to pull away from you, because like I said, they may not even know why. They might not be like, oh, I just need to have some space, because they might feel that heaviness of you and what your thoughts, like you're thinking, you know, especially if you have any kind of connection that is mutual. That is, you know, how telepathy ends up working, you know, is you're not going to have that telepathy with somebody you're not connected to in any way. So it'll be with somebody that you definitely feel a connection with. But so it's like you're communicating more in your minds than you are in like real life, if that makes sense. Okay. So we have Dolphin, Atlantis, Healing, Wisdom is surfacing, stop and listen. Tiger, divine timing, good things come to those who wait. Kangaroo, courage, you are being treated, you are being tested, have faith and stand in your truth. Okay, so I do feel like they think that you are somebody who is very knowledgeable, who is smart, who is driven. Yeah, but I just had a feeling as well with like the dolphins. I see like the dolphins in the pod. So it's like they do feel like you've got a lot of support and you've got a lot of people that are around you. Yeah, I guess I just see like a tribe. So this could be, you know, actual people around you, friends, family. But it could also be, you know, what, business, maybe you are, you know, very successful in business, or, you know, on social media, maybe you have a large following, you know, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're an influencer of some kind. But yeah, it's like they feel like you're definitely a leader, somebody, you know, that people follow. And I get the sense that they want a part of that. But yeah, I just feel like they want this to happen, but they want patience. They want you to be patient. Good things come to those who wait. So yeah, I'm getting more the sense this is their energy and that kind of tiger, like powerful energy. Whereas they may be watching you, they want to make a move, but they're definitely going to take their time. And I'm getting the sense like they're watching you kind of flourish and move on. And at the end of the day, they have to have that courage. Okay, they have to get into that queen king like energy and come towards you with power and conviction, because, you know, with you are being tested, have faith and stand in your truth. Yeah, they may even be, like I said, testing you. Maybe you are testing them as well. Like, as I said, with all of that manipulation that I'm seeing, like the mind games, like, yeah, I just feel like you're both kind of playing a game. You're both not being honest, and you're both kind of skirting around, you know, what the real issue is, why you're not connecting, why you're not coming together in something more meaningful here. So yeah, I feel like they want you to be honest with them. They want you to reach out, or they want you to, like I said, stand in your own truth. They do want that. And I feel like they want you to be patient. They want you to be patient and wait for them. But, you know, that's up to you whether you want to continue in this way. But it just, there's something here that's kind of unstable, and I'm not seeing a lot of earth energy here, which is what is needed for that stability. So yeah, that may be where things feel like they're on shaky grounds right now. Things are not kind of, nothing is kind of set in stone. I feel like it could go one way or the other with this person. It seems to, again, be very flip-floppy. So, you know, that might be the way that they're behaving. Again, it's like somebody throws something out there, the other one throws something back, or, you know, decides to ignore the other one. It's just like, yeah, so many mind games here, and is it really worth it in the end? You know, it might be fun initially, but I think it wears thin pretty quickly, and that may be the place that you're getting to, or the place that they feel like you're getting to. Like, it might be fun initially, but it gets boring pretty quickly if you don't start getting deep, you know. Like, it doesn't have to be deep, but, you know, if you don't start, you know, scratching below the surface, then yeah, it'll remain shallow. So you're going to get in what you put out. So if you don't put in enough effort, you keep things shallow, that's the kind of connection that you're going to receive back. So we do have toxic. Yeah, I mean, the games are toxic. They are toxic games. It doesn't mean you are toxic or this person is toxic, but playing games continuously is. And I know initially in dating and when you first meet somebody, there's a level of, sometimes it could be a level up, some people could call it game playing, some people could call it just having your guard up or not being sure about it. But there's definitely something here, and I feel like it's what's going on in both of your minds. Like, it's not something that can continue. Otherwise, I feel like it would become toxic. So I think maybe this is what you're seeing or foreseeing that it could become if you carry on. And it's like you're saying, like, you don't want to play anymore. You don't want to play, and you're walking away because you don't want that. Karmic. Okay. Children. Soulmate. You are healing. I don't know why, but when soulmate and toxic come out together, it's so weird. And I know it must sound so confusing, but it is what it is. So it does mean this person could be your soulmate. Okay, when the soulmate card ever comes out, and that's what I feel you could be, because you're both very, very similar. You share a lot of interests. You could be both fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could have strong fire placements within your chart, but you could be any sign, because we do have water and air here as well. But like I said, there's not enough earth. So, you know, you might be an earth sign, maybe they might be, but there needs to be more earth injected. So there needs to be, like I said, more stability, more time, more effort, less game playing, more substantial effort. If this is something that you both want, of course. So, and I feel like if that's something that you did, then this could be a soulmate connection. It really could. Okay, but I do feel either, like, if that's not, and I feel like you may be walking away to find your soulmate, or to be open, because if you're dealing with somebody else, and even, like I said, if you're not spending physical time with the person, and even if it's just a bit of game playing, it's like your mental energy is taken up by this connection. So again, like, talking about telepathy and talking about your energy and your vibe that you'll be giving off, you know how it is. Like, you get into a relationship, maybe you might have been single for a while, you get into a relationship, and then suddenly everyone wants to be in a relationship with you. You know, it's always the way, because suddenly you seem more desirable and others want that as well. But it's kind of what they say, little sod's law, you know. So yeah, I feel like if you don't want to play anymore, don't play anymore. Just either say, this is like, should we, you know, make something more of this? Shall we take this to another level? Should we open up a little bit more? Should we just move on and find people that are better suited, that we don't have to play games with? You know, because again, maybe in the first few weeks, maybe the first month, not really opening up too much and just seeing how it goes. But if it carries on for much longer than that, then that's where I feel like, yeah, it's going to become toxic. So just be aware of that. And we've got you are healing, karmic, and children. So, you know, you could have children, they could have children. You may end up having children together for some of you. That could be, you know, a reason that you're coming together, also in a karmic way. So you also may have been karmic, you know, counterparts in another life. Maybe you may have got the sense that you met this person before, okay? Or maybe they remind you of somebody that you've known before. So if that is the feeling that you've got from them, it might be that sense like you needed to come together in a karmic way, because there could be karmic debt that needs to be repaid. Okay, depending on your connection in your past life. But it could also mean you need to come together in some way, whether that is to have this lovely soulmate connection, or whether it is to rid your lives of this toxicity, to relieve, you know, some of this mental anguish and anxiety that you may have been struggling with. Yeah, I feel like either way, this person is either going to come in, they're going to shake you up either way. Like, you're both going to shake each other up, and you're either going to come together in a more meaningful way, or you're going to go your separate ways and find people that are better suited to you, I feel. And with you are healing, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. You are healing. So maybe you have healed, maybe you were going through it with this person, and maybe you were playing games, but you didn't really want to play games with them, but you felt like you had to, and maybe you're healing from the need to do that anymore, you know, or maybe you're just healing from the past, healing from feeling unworthy or feeling rejected, and you've moved past that energy and you're now ready, you know, to find something, you know, that is more positive. Okay, so we have the number 4, we have Libra, and then we have Aries. Well, we've got Mars, which rules Aries. So one of you could be an Aries. But then we have Libra, and then we have the number 4. So with 4, you know, that represents stability, safety, security. So again, it's about, you know, that earth, what is needed. So that's what I feel is that's saying here. We've got the Mars, which is all about action, fiery, passion, like making those movements. So yeah, I feel like if there was action put into this with Libra energy, is about relationships. Okay, relationships, money, love, all the luxurious, beautiful things. I feel like if this person does come in, like they'd need to make a real effort, like, or you would need to make a real effort with them. It would need to be reciprocal. It would need to be balanced and fair. And again, that's where, you know, we've got those power struggles, those issues, those games. So it's like you're both playing equally, but it would need to come to a place where you stop playing the games and you just level things out, level out the playing field, and you just move into something more stable, more secure, more loving, because, you know, 4 is also about, it's the 4th house in astrology, which is ruled by Cancer, the moon. So it can be about sensitivity, home and family issues with children there as well. I'm definitely getting the sense like this is something like you could either come together and blend your 2 families in a really beautiful way, or you could create your own family. But like I said, there needs to be forward-moving action towards each other, and it needs to be more honest, okay? The games need to stop if you two are to work it out. If that's not going to happen, then it's time to move on so you can find the relationship of your dreams, okay? So I'm going to leave the reading there. Thank you so much for watching Group 3. Let me know down in the comments below if this does resonate for you, and give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video today. And if you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.